From Rebel News, Carney says the old relationship with the U.S. based on integrated economies and tight security and military cooperation is over. So Donald Trump truthed this the next day. I just finished speaking with Prime Minister Mark Carney of Canada. It was an extremely productive call. We agree on many things, and we'll be meeting immediately after Canada's upcoming election to work on the elements of politics, business, and all other factors that will end up being great for both the United States of America and Canada. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So it starts with our relationship is over. It starts with tough talk, really tough talk. It sounds like Mark Carney is saying things in public that he's not saying in private, that he's not saying to Donald Trump. How does Mark Carney talk again? This, one could say, morning, I, spoke, you get the point. Today, the Prime Minister, Mark Carney, spoke with the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. The Prime Minister and President had a very constructive conversation about the relationship between our two countries. The leaders agreed to begin comprehensive negotiations about a new economic and security relationship immediately following the election. But Mark Carney, just the night before, said our economic and security relationship was over. That was gone. Let's go back and watch and see what he actually said. Like, it's just becoming parody. The Canadian election has just become parody at this point. It's become a farce.
Our biggest challenge as a country is becoming the most urgent. Over the coming weeks, months, and years, we must fundamentally reimagine our economy. We will need to ensure
by reimagine, he means cricket farms.
That Canada can succeed in a drastically different world. The old relationship we had with the United States, based on deepening integration of our economies and tight security and military cooperations, is over.
That's such an insanely idiotic thing to say. Still, like, we are relying on them to protect us so nobody invades, right? That's obviously not true. It's, up to 80% of our trade. We're right next to the largest economy in the world. Where's everybody else? Let's see. There's an ocean on one side and an ocean on the other, right? We're not going to take that 80% and send it to the EU, who doesn't want our cars. They only want our energy. That's it. Does China want our cars? No, they don't want our cars. They'll take our coal. I mean, they just put 100% tariffs on our agricultural products. There's that, and put giant tariffs on our seafood as well, which the media isn't, for some reason, curiously incurious about. Not really interested in it at all for some reason. So this was an idiotic thing to say, and a dangerous thing to say, actually. Obviously, it's had no impact. It means nothing. It was not taken seriously by Trump. Clearly. Below is a list of foreign capital investments in the United States since Donald Trump assumed office on January 20th, 2025, based on available data up to March 27th, 2025. So I did this yesterday, and I haven't updated it, but we don't need to. You get the point. So Trump is he's very vocally invited every company to move their headquarters, to move their manufacturing to the United States. Every company in every country around the world. He said, I'll roll out the red carpet for you. Low taxes. We'll deal with, we'll cut through the regulatory red tape for you. Come to the United States, no tariffs. He's trying to obviously rebuild that hollowed out industrial base of the United States that's been hollowed out by globalization. And it's working. And the United States economy is going to be roaring, absolutely roaring, probably within a year, because of what he's doing. This was a big reason for the tariffs. He wants countries to bring their investments to the United States. Asahi Group Holdings, Japan, 35 million. That's a small one. This group from Spain, 110 million. ABB from Switzerland, 120 million. CMA CGM France, 20 billion. That's a shipping giant. LG South Korea, they're not saying how much. Samsung also making investment, but they don't know how much. I imagine it would be quite large. Stellantis, 5 billion. 5 billion. A U.S. manufacturing network, including reopening an assembly plant in Illinois and new production in Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana. This is what I'm saying. He's trying to rebuild the industrial plant in the United States. This is what's happening. There's 5 billion there. Nissan, Japan. Honda, Japan. So car companies moving manufacturing to the United States. Hyundai, investment 20 billion. 20 billion. SoftBank, Japan, 100 billion. Nippon Steel, Japan, 14.1 billion. 14.1 billion. So steel is a very interesting one because this is one of the industries that Mark Carney has promised the public that he's going to put carbon taxes on. He's going to increase carbon taxes on. He says that's the only way Canadian steel will be competitive, by making it more expensive. It doesn't make any sense. It's all, net zero fantasies. Clearly, we're not going to get a big investment like this in Canada for obvious reasons. Saudi Arabia, 600 billion. 600 billion. Damac Properties, 20 billion. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, 100 billion. So what Trump is doing is working, right? And these are just like really big ones, right? And it's only just since Trump got in office. That's just since Trump was inaugurated. So Trump knows that Mark Carney's globalist plans are going to be poison for Canadian industry, Canadian business. And he will be waiting there with open arms, waiting to welcome in whatever Canadian business wants to head south. So of course he'd like Carney. Like, Carney's going to do what he wants. This guy is going to do exactly what Trump wants. He is going to send Canadian business south. They're going to leave the country. So of course Trump likes him. Of course Trump talks well about him. Why wouldn't he? It's exactly what Trump wants. And it's not like it's hidden. Like, it's pretty obvious as well. From Ezra Levant, Mark Carney says our military and economic relationship with the U.S. is over. He says that never having spoke to Trump. It doesn't matter. I mean, it shows just how impotent this guy is, right? The next day, we had a great conversation. And yeah, we're going to do all the things that I said were over. Because I'm strong, because elbows up. Yeah, it sounds like elbows down to me. It's actually embarrassing, to be honest. It's embarrassing that anybody would consider voting for this idiot. Of course Trump's going to like him. He's going to send all of our business down to the States. They're going to flee from him to a country where they can actually do business without being constantly harassed and demonized. He's the one who said, we're going to tax the big polluters to pay for all of the votes that I'm going to buy. I mean, I'm paraphrasing that. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.